Right now, there's this crushing frustration weighing on every founder, every investor, every leader who's stared down the impossible and felt that sting. Why do some crowdfunding campaigns explode into the stratosphere while others crash and burn in silence? What's the actual difference? Why do some projects seem to hit that mystical nuclear level? Money flooding in, communities growing like wildfire, everyone talking about them, while others puzzlingly flop, lost in the noise. This is no accident. It's a grim truth the industry doesn't want you to realize. It's not just about idea quality or marketing budgets. It's something deeper, more raw, more painful. It's about connection, trust, storytelling, gut-level human magnetism, the invisible forces that make people leap out of their comfort zone and put their hard-earned dollars into your vision. Feeling invisible in a sea of campaigns, knowing you have something powerful but yelling into the void, feeling like no matter how much you tweak your pitch, improve your video, or hustle for publicity, the breakthrough never comes. That's the gnawing pain every ambitious founder wrestles with. Because the world doesn't hand out its resources to the reasonable, the polite, or the predictable. It's the wild ones, the risk takers, the disruptors who break through. But even then, most attempts fizzle before they ignite, stuck in endless middleness. Here's the brutal truth. Crowdfunding isn't a lottery. It's a battlefield between the expected and the extraordinary, between bland noise and authentic fire. Every backer who clicks pledge is searching for a spark, a reason to care. If your campaign can't deliver that spark, no amount of fancy ads or influencer shoutouts will save you. The challenge is to crack the code of human desire and make every soul watching say, I need to be a part of this. No questions, no doubts. And that code? It's not about selling stuff or hyping features. It's about breaking free from every tired narrative you've heard and daring to be raw, honest, and relentlessly magnetic. Now imagine what's really happening beneath the surface in every successful, explosive crowdfunding story you've seen. People aren't just buying a product or a service. They're buying a shared vision, a rebellion against the ordinary, a chance to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to feel like pioneers, like insiders on the next great wave. They are thirsty for authenticity in a world that constantly tries to sell them illusions. But here's the catch. To ignite that, you've got to embody that rebellion so completely that it pours out of your campaign like wildfire. You have to promise more than a reward or a gadget. You have to promise transformation, community, and a stake in rewriting what's possible. So how does a campaign go nuclear? It happens when the founder stops thinking like a seller and starts thinking like a liberator, someone who is not asking for money, but inviting co-creation of a new future. Every word, every image, every moment of your campaign has to shatter expectations and demand attention. Start with the obvious problem, but don't stop there. Go deeper. Peel back the layers and identify the rawest, most aching pain your target audience carries. Then smash that pain against your solution so hard it connects like electricity. People don't just want your product, they want to end their pain. If your story doesn't scream this, you're invisible. But this is just the start. You must go beyond pain. Give your audience a taste of liberation. Show them what life feels like on the other side of their struggle. Bring the future into the present by painting pictures so vivid and honest that they can't help but step forward and pledge with their hearts, not just their wallets. This emotional tsunami is the rocket fuel that propels your campaign beyond the ordinary and into the nuclear realm. Listen carefully, because this is where most founders lose the path, the myth of mass appeal. Forget the idea of selling to everyone. That's a trap, a death sentence for your campaign's energy and focus. The secret weapon is ruthless selectivity. Know exactly who you're calling to battle, and craft a message that grips those souls so tightly they can't look away. If you try to be everything to everybody, you'll be nothing to no one. It's not about collecting votes. It's about recruiting soldiers into your movement. The crazies, the dreamers, the rule breakers, those are the souls who make things explode. Then comes the unbearable yet thrilling truth about patience. This isn't an instant gratification game, it's a marathon run on pure obsession. Real nuclear campaigns don't happen overnight. They are the product of relentless refinement, feedback loops with early backers, and the daring to pivot when rock-solid conviction meets cold reality. The founders who shift and evolve their message, who dare to unlearn comfortable habits and embrace radical honesty, become unstoppable. Progress comes from the edge, from those who refuse the status quo, who burn brighter when the world whispers, "Give up." Another hidden secret is beyond storytelling. There is story doing. Show your audience in raw, authentic ways how your vision is already shaking foundations. Don't just promise a better tomorrow, prove that you're in the trenches today. Behind-the-scenes videos, honest updates, live Q&A sessions, real failures and triumphs shared openly, they build community trust faster than any slick advert can. Your backers want to witness the struggle, not just the shiny end result. Fundamentally, a nuclear campaign is the rebellion against the system, against the comfort zones, the safe bets, the corporate-fueled mediocrity that drowns out originality. Your campaign is the front line where the misunderstood brilliance fights to be seen and heard. The world has no space for the exceptional by default because it fears displacement, but crowdfunding flips the script. Here, the few can raise their voice to millions. The fighters who dare to weave a fierce network of supporters, who refuse to conform or compromise, become unstoppable. And this network, this wired community of believers, is your campaign's greatest weapon. Cultivate it, nourish it, align with the few who burn like you do. Every share, every comment, every referral isn't just a metric. It's a signal flare blazing across a dark sky, gathering more souls ready to dismantle old realities and build new ones. Your job is to become the magnet that draws these rare few and unleashes their collective power. Remember, every person clicking back this project is not just investing money. They're investing trust, hope, identity. That's why superficial campaigns die so quickly. They're shallow promises tossed to the wind. But go nuclear by making your campaign a sanctuary for the rare, the brave, and the impatient, the ones who won't settle for comfort, who press forward even when the system tries to cage them with its illusions. In that fire, you find your true power. You don't just get funded, you ignite a movement. You join a rebellion that transcends borders, titles, and old systems. And that is why some campaigns don't just succeed, they go nuclear. Because they don't ask for permission, they rewrite the rules. Because they don't sell products, they invite revolution. And the world can't help but watch in awe as the few rise. This is the magic unlocked only by those who quit waiting and start burning with real purpose. So right now, lean into that pain you hide, that frustration you swallow, that relentless hunger calling you to be more. Stop settling for small or easy. Demand more, because the nuclear campaign isn't about comfort. It's about survival for the individual soul desperate to be free. This moment is the forge where your rebellion begins. The world says no, then say yes louder. The crowd doubts. Then gather the rare few who see your fire. The rules bind. Then break them with your unwavering will. This journey isn't for the faint-hearted. It's for those who understand that real freedom, real power, comes only when you are sovereign over your own vision, when you question everything, when you transform your reality with relentless precision, when you align with those who burn as fiercely as you do, when you master patience, knowing this is just the beginning of an eternal game. That's the secret. That's the power. That is how a crowdfunding campaign goes nuclear, not by chance, but by choosing to stop apologizing for greatness, by breaking free from the shackles of mediocrity and daring to build something impossible. Keep that fire alive, and there is no limit to what you can create together. The world is waiting, not for another safe bet, but for the few who refuse to be anything less than extraordinary.